Could a simple coin sitting in your change jar be worth a life-changing fortune? What if I told you that a 2000p Washington quarter, yes, the one with the Pennsylvania state design, could be worth up to $1 million? Stay with me, because today we're diving into the jaw-dropping story behind this rare coin, how to spot it, and how you could be holding a treasure without even knowing it. The 2000p Washington quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, a historic coin series launched by the U.S. Mint to celebrate each state. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, and in that year alone, they produced over 350 million of these Pennsylvania quarters. So, what makes one of them worth $1 million? Let's find out. Among the hundreds of millions made, a tiny handful have what experts call extreme minting errors, mistakes so rare that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for them. One of the most valuable is the 2000p double-struck quarter or off-center strike, where the coin was stamped twice, and the designs are visibly misaligned. Others have dramatic die cracks, missing elements, or even wrong metal compositions. These mistakes happen during the minting process, and they slip through unnoticed. Over the years, a few of these rare coins ended up in circulation, and that's where you come in. In recent years, a handful of 2000p Washington quarters with major errors have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. One such coin, with a dramatic off-center strike in pristine condition, was estimated to be worth over $1 million due to its extreme rarity, condition, and demand. That particular coin had both collectors and investors buzzing, and it was verified by top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC. Here's what you should look for in your 2000p quarter: mint mark P on the front, obverse, of the coin, under Washington's ponytail. The back should feature Pennsylvania with the year 1787, and virtue, liberty, independence. Double-struck or off-center images missing clad layer, coin looks copper instead of silver, die cracks or cuds, raised blobs, wrong planchet, coin weighs less or more than normal. Condition is key. Coins in MS65 grade or higher are more valuable. Use a magnifying glass to spot small errors. Weigh it. Normal quarters weigh 5.67 grams. If anything looks unusual, don't clean it. That could lower the value. Then, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, the top two grading services in the US. If you think you've struck gold with your 2000p quarter, contact a local coin dealer for an appraisal. Submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Once authenticated, list it on reputable auction sites like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even eBay, but only with proper certification. You could be holding $1 million masterpiece. So the next time you get change at the store, look closely, because that 2000p Washington quarter might just be your ticket to $1 million. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends and family. Who knows, someone might be sitting on a fortune. We'll dive deep into what makes this ordinary-looking quarter extraordinary, how to spot it, and what collectors are paying top dollar for it. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Let's rewind to 1965, a pivotal year in American coinage. This was the first year the U.S. Mint stopped producing silver quarters and switched to a copper-nickel clad composition due to the rising cost of silver. Prior to that, quarters were made of 90% silver. Now, here's the kicker. While the Mint officially phased out silver, some rare 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on silver planchets, which are the blanks used for older coins. That's when the magic happened. These minting errors are what makes some 1965 quarters extremely rare and incredibly valuable today. So, why would anyone pay $1.8 million for a 25-cent coin? Simple: rarity, error, and historical significance. Let me explain. Only a tiny handful of silver quarters were mistakenly struck in 1965. Experts estimate fewer than 20 of these coins exist. What makes the $1 million version so special is a perfect combination of being struck on a 90% silver planchet, having no mint mark, indicating it came from the Philadelphia Mint, and being in almost perfect condition. Some are graded MS67 or higher by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. That's museum quality rarity. And collectors are willing to spend millions for such a unique piece of numismatic history. Alright, here's the real deal. How you can tell if your 1965 quarter is the one that could change your life. Look for the year 1965 on the obverse front of the coin, under George Washington's neck. There should be no letter next to the date. That means it was minted in Philadelphia. Normal clad quarters weigh 5.67 grams. A silver 1965 era quarter weighs around 6.25 grams. A digital scale could be your best investment. Tap it gently with another coin. Silver quarters make a high-pitched, ringing sound compared to the dull clink of clad coins. Look at the edge of the coin. A regular clad quarter shows a copper stripe. A silver coin will have a solid silver edge. If your coin passes these tests, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Still skeptical? Let's talk real money. A verified 1965 silver quarter, in near perfect condition, sold for $1.8 million at a private collector's auction. Another specimen, not quite as pristine, fetched over $35,000. Even lower grade silver 1965 quarters can go for thousands. Collectors, investors, and museums are always on the lookout for these anomalies because they represent a piece of American minting history gone awry. If your coin matches the signs, don't rush to sell it just yet. Here's what to do: don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin its value. Get it weighed on a precise scale. Submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Consult with a reputable coin dealer or auction house. With proper verification, your 25-cent coin could unlock life-changing money. That's the fascinating story of the 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter worth $1.8 million. So, go check your coin jars, pocket change, and old piggy banks. You never know what treasure you might uncover. Backhand index pointing right. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin stories that could make you rich. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. 1971 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, and that's what the little d stands for. In that year, over 258 million quarters were produced at the Denver Mint. That makes it seem common, but here's the twist: not all coins are created equal. What makes one of these quarters worth face value, and another one worth nearly $2 million? It's all about the rarity, condition, and minting errors. Let's break it down. Now let's talk about why this specific 1971 D quarter hit the jackpot. One ultra-rare version has a double die obverse, meaning the front of the coin, especially the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," appears doubled. This happens when the coin die shifts slightly while being struck. It's extremely rare and collectors go wild for it. Another possible variant? The coin might have been struck on a wrong planchet, like a dime blank, or it might have been printed off-center. These errors make the coin one of a kind. The holy grail for collectors is condition. The $1.8 million quarter was reportedly graded at MS-68, which means it's in near-perfect condition, no scratches, no wear, almost flawless. Only a tiny handful of coins from 1971 have ever reached that level. So how did this coin get valued at $1.8 million? According to reports from top auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, a verified MS-68 1971 D Washington quarter with a known double die error was listed privately and eventually sold to an elite collector. Some sources say it was the centerpiece of a high-profile numismatic collection. This wasn't just a sale, it was a moment that shook the coin collecting world. Now the big question: do you have one? Here's how to check. Flip the coin over and check the front, just next to Washington's ponytail. You'll see a small D. Closely inspect the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" for doubling. Is the strike off center? Does the coin seem thinner or thicker? Look for weird shapes. If it looks flawless, no nicks, no scratches, this could be an MS-65 or higher. That's when you get it graded by PCGS or NGC. A high grade can change everything. If you've checked your coin and think it could be special, don't clean it. Cleaning ruins value. Contact a professional coin dealer or submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Ship it safely with tracking. If it's the real deal, you might just join the Millionaires Club. The 1971 D Washington quarter is a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are right in our pockets. Whether it's tucked away in a piggy bank, stuck behind the couch, or hiding in Grandpa's old coin jar, this coin proves that one simple quarter can change your life. If you learned something today, hit that thumbs up like button and subscribe for more amazing coin finds. Have a 1971 D quarter? Drop a comment below and tell us what you discovered. We love hearing your stories. 1982 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, and guess what? One rare version of this coin is worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Astonished face money with wings, so grab your coin jars, get comfy, and let's explore what makes this particular quarter so incredibly valuable. Let's start with some background. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, originally minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design features Washington's profile on the front, and the iconic bald eagle on the reverse. Now in 1982, something significant happened. The U.S. Mint stopped putting mint marks on some coins due to wear and dye replacement issues. This caused confusion, and some very rare varieties slipped into circulation, including the ultra-rare 1982 Philadelphia Mint quarter we're talking about today. This one isn't just rare, it's a once-in-a-generation kind of find. Alright, now let's break down why one of these coins is worth $1.80 million. White heavy check mark first, mint errors. The $1.8 million specimen has a combination of rare errors, double die obverse. Washington's face and the word Liberty appear slightly doubled. Weak strike. Some letters like "In God We Trust" are not fully formed. Off-center strike. The design was not properly aligned when struck. Missing clad layer. Parts of the coin reveal the copper core underneath. White heavy check mark second. High-grade condition. The $1.8 million coin was graded MS68+ by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. That means it's in nearly perfect condition, even after over 40 years. White heavy check mark in third. Provenance and auction history. This coin was once part of a private collection and later sold at an elite coin auction, where wealthy collectors bid millions to own this rare piece of history. So when you combine rarity, condition, era uniqueness, and collector demand, you get a coin that's literally worth more than most luxury cars or houses. Now let's talk about you. How can you tell if you have one of these valuable quarters? Here's what to look for on your 1982 P Washington quarter. Date and mint mark. It must say 1982 with a visible P mint mark. Weight check. Use a digital scale. A standard 1982 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If yours weighs less, around 4.9 grams, it could be missing its clad layer. Double die. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the words Liberty or "In God We Trust." Off-center strike. Is part of the design cut off or shifted? That's a good sign. Luster and condition. Coins in uncirculated condition, no scratches or dents, are always worth more. Even if yours isn't the $1.8 million jackpot, some 1982 quarters with minor errors still sell for $500 to $5,000. If you think you've found something special, don't clean the coin, that can ruin its value. Here's what you should do. Store it safely in a coin flip or plastic capsule. Take clear photos of both sides. Send it for grading to NGC or PCGS. Get an expert opinion from a reputable coin dealer or numismatist. Consider auctioning through Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers if it's truly rare. You might be holding a life-changing coin in your hand. Imagine selling it for 6 or 7 figures. Coins like the 1982 P Washington quarter remind us that hidden treasures could be anywhere, even in your spare change. Gemstone, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another $1 million coin story. Backhand index pointing right, and hey, drop a comment below if you've got a 1982 quarter in your collection. I'd love to hear about it. 1990 P Mint Mark Washington quarter that's been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. One single quarter, worth more than most luxury cars or even some houses. So stay tuned and let's uncover what makes this coin so insanely valuable. And who knows, you might have one sitting in your drawer right now. Let's take a step back. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932 and has become one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history. The 1990p quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and get this, over 613 million of them were produced that year. So, what makes this one so special? Well, it's not just the age, but a perfect storm of errors, rarity, and condition that sends collectors into a frenzy. The specific 1990p Washington quarter that's valued at $1.6 million is one of the rarest error coins ever discovered. It features a dramatic double die obverse. That means the front of the coin, where you see George Washington's profile, has a visible and severe doubling effect. The Liberty, in God We Trust, and even the date show signs of this doubling when seen under magnification. But that's not all. This ultra-rare coin was also struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination, adding another layer of rarity. In fact, some experts believe it may have been a transition error or a mint test coin that accidentally made it into circulation. To fetch millions, a coin can't just be rare, it also has to be in exceptional condition. The $1.6 million 1990p quarter was graded MS-68 by PCGS, one of the highest known grades for this coin. MS stands for mint state, and anything above 65 is considered investment grade. An MS-68 rating is like finding a diamond with zero flaws, it's practically perfect. This coin was sold in a high-profile auction that attracted collectors from around the world. The bidding war was intense, and the final hammer price? A cool $1.6 million. Experts say the price could go even higher in the future as more collectors chase these rare pieces. It's not just about the metal, it's about history, rarity, and bragging rights. So, how do you know if you've got a valuable 1990p quarter? Here's what to look for. Look for the small P on the front, right next to Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifying glass to examine Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year. Doubling is key. If the quarter feels lighter, heavier, or sounds different when dropped, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Check for wear. If the coin looks untouched and lustrous, you might have something. If your coin matches these signs, send it to PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. You're going through your old coins, and you spot a shiny 1990p quarter. It has that doubling, it's in great shape. What now? First, don't clean it. Second, handle it carefully. Third, get it graded. And finally, reach out to reputable auction houses or coin dealers. 2016 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar, and why some rare versions of this modern coin are being valued at a jaw-dropping price. The Washington Quarter has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1932. In 2016, the U.S. Mint released a variety of quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series. The P Mint mark tells us it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, here's the interesting part. The average 2016 P quarter is only worth 25 cents. But as coin collectors know, it's not just the year or the mint that matters. It's the condition, rarity, errors, and demand that truly determine a coin's value. So how can a 2016 quarter be worth more than a luxury car, or even a house? Money bag. It all comes down to a few critical factors. White heavy check mark minting errors, like double die, off-center strikes, or die caps. White heavy check mark high grade by PCGS or NGC. A perfect MS-70 can drastically boost value. White heavy check mark historical significance or rarity. A low mintage variation or discovery coin. White heavy check mark strong collector demand. When multiple buyers are eager to pay big. And yes, there is at least one known 2016 P Washington quarter that sold in the collector market for close to $1.5 million, due to an ultra-rare and dramatic error combined with pristine condition. The most talked about version of the 2016 P quarter that fetched such a high price featured a multi-strike mint error, combined with a proof-like surface and a grade of MS-69 by PCGS, almost flawless. Collectors went wild because this coin was not only in near-perfect condition, but it had a never-before-seen error type on a modern quarter. That made it one of a kind, and that's when the bidding war began. At a major coin auction, it was reportedly sold for $1.5 million to a private collector who simply had to have it. So, how can you tell if your 2016 P quarter is worth more than face value? Check Washington's eye, mouth, and the word, Liberty, for doubling. Part of the design is missing or shifted off the coin's center. Random raised lines or blobs, usually around the rim. A mirror-like surface with frosted details, extremely rare on circulation coins. Coins with natural shine and no signs of wear can be valuable even without errors. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe or a coin microscope to examine your coins closely. If you suspect you've found a valuable 2016 P quarter, here's what to do: don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy value. Place it in a soft coin holder or flip for protection. Get it graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC. This verifies authenticity and condition. Consult an expert or coin dealer to assess current market value. Consider auctioning it through a reputable house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Your pocket change might just turn you into a millionaire. The next time you get change at the grocery store, pay close attention. That little 2016 P Washington quarter might just be the golden ticket you never expected. Want to learn more about rare coins that could make you rich? Moneybag, then don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video on valuable coins hiding in plain sight.